The sense of anticipation when you open up your school lunch bag to see what's inside is second to none. But what if there's a way that you could get something better than just the peanut butter crackers your mom sent you with? Stick around as we explore the black market of every elementary school in the country and find out what the best trading item is. Don't go anywhere. This or That starts right now.
WTOP presents This or That.
Welcome to This or That. To start, we should explain what This or That exactly is. This or That is a bracket show, which means each week we will choose a niche topic and battle the best items in our new state-of-the-art decision-making process. The This or That Super Selector will help us find our winner each week.
Each item will have a seed, with each side having a 1 seed, which will receive a first-round bye. Then the 2nd seed will play the 7th seed, the 6th will play the 3rd, and so on and so forth. At the end, we should end up with the ultimate item from whatever category we have, and we can crown it the Holy Grail.
With that out of the way, let's get right to it. Do you want to start with describing all the candidates here?
Yeah, so for this week's bracket, obviously we have elementary school trading items. So these are things you would trade with your friends at lunch to maybe get something a little bit better out of your lunch. On my side, we have the 1 seed Pokemon coming out strong. Obviously, it's like the only non-food item. So it's a really good part. And then in the first matchup, we have Pop-Tarts versus the Snack Pack. Specifically, we're talking about the Zebra Snack Pack, the vanilla and chocolate one. Then we have a Ring Pop versus Twix in the second matchup. And in the final matchup on my side, we have Fruit Snacks versus Capri Sun. I'm thinking the Fruit Punch Capri Sun. That was my favorite, personally.
Yeah. All right, and on my side, we have the Lunchable. And since the Lunchable has so many items, we're specifically talking about in the crackers and cheese one, just the crackers and cheese. So you don't get the candy, you don't get the juice box in that. And then we have cookies and applesauce. We have chocolate milk, and then also your $2 that you would find crumpled up in the bottom of your backpack. And then for the last matchup, we have Pringles and Nutella.
Yeah. So it's looking like a strong competitor. Out of the gate, I'm already thinking that a lot of the candy is going to do well. Because, I mean, you know, kids love sugar and all.
Of course. Well, we'll see who wins, and we'll see what the Holy Grail is right after this commercial break.
Welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan has played for the last 15 games. Maybe
Writing a letter to the NFL fans? Get out of here with that.
let me finish. No, stop.
Johnny Manziel, that guy, he's a loser.
No, that's
Watch the DK experience.
Is there anything interesting happening in here? Joe, is there anything interesting happening in here?
Yes, there is some interesting stuff tonight. We're doing our weather outside.
Oh, okay.
Our
I don't
quick
care.
weather.
Never mind.
Let's see, I'm sorry to take you off first.
Welcome back to the most intriguing and wild show on WTOP. I'm Rowan Astorino.
And I'm Caden Nagel.
All right, let's jump right into it in our first matchup. cookies and applesauce.
Ooh, I mean, I'm thinking, in my head, I'm going straight to Go-Go Squeeze applesauce and versus like a homemade cookie.
Yeah, I think this episode specifically, it's going to be very important to like specify, and I think we're definitely thinking like homemade soft chocolate cookie versus the run-of-the-mill iconic Go-Go Squeeze.
Yeah, you can see here that I just love Go-Go Squeezes. I'm such a fan. And after you can play with a little top, spin in the air or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
But I mean, cookie is going to be pretty hard to beat for me, considering that, first of all, it is bigger usually, typically, and just, I mean, it's sugar. It's a cookie.
No, I agree with you. I think Go-Go Squeeze is like one of the most revolutionary snacks that you could have. It's applesauce in a pouch that you drink. So it eliminates all of the need for utensils, and it honestly just makes it a lot easier. But when I'm looking at cookies, I'm thinking at least 2 or 3 cookies, and it's a lot about quantity and how long it's gonna last you. So personally, I think I'm just gonna have to go cookies.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you. Applesauce, while it may be a good snack on the go, it's going to be pretty hard to beat cookies.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so I think we definitely have to go cookies. Cookies moves on. Sorry, applesauce.
All right, and then in the next matchup, we have chocolate milk versus 2 crumpled up dollar bills. Now, these dollar bills, we don't know where they came from. Could be from a book fair or something, you had a little bit of leftover money. And chocolate milk, I'm thinking like, this is the one you get on the lunch line at school.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think between, these are both very stacked items. The $2 you can use in a vending machine maybe. You can use to save up at the bookstore, like you actually might buy something. But yeah, I think this is a very stacked matchup, with chocolate milk, of course, being a staple of elementary school. And honestly, who doesn't like chocolate milk?
No, I feel like, yeah.
But the $2, like, especially as an elementary school kid, like, that's revolutionary. That's like, you're only a couple dollars away from your first Lamborghini,
Yeah, pretty much, getting your start off early. You invest that, it'll grow.
Exactly, yeah. And also just the fact with the $2, you have $2, you brag about those $2. You're like, yeah, I got $2, I'm up there, don't worry about me in a couple years.
Yeah, it's a flex.
Yeah.
But I will say that chocolate milk is one of the most, at least when I was in elementary school, traded things. People were always trading their chocolate milks, the little apple juices you would get in the similar cartons. So I feel like you can get a lot of value for that. While the $2 is like, yeah, it's a lot to an elementary schooler, I feel like I would be more willing to trade my Twix, for example, for chocolate milk rather than $2, because I'm just thinking about eating something now. I'm not thinking about down the line.
Yeah, I hear you. And also, like, the $2, we're saying that you're finding that at the bottom of your backpack. Who says that you're not going to lose that in your backpack the next day? And you're not even going to be able to enjoy it until, like, I don't know, who said, like, maybe a week later,
Yeah.
And, like, some kids are smart enough to know that $2 doesn't really get you a lot. So I think I definitely agree with you with the chocolate milk.
All right, so we're going to choose chocolate milk for the second matchup.
All right. This is a star matchup here for the next one. We have Pringles and Nutella, and specifically the Nutella and Go pack with the little breadsticks.
Ooh. These were definitely popular in elementary school, and I'm sure now they're still popular. Everybody loves Nutella. I think it's just bread and
chocolate.
Yeah, and hazelnut spread,
Yeah.
But the Pringles are pretty elite. A snack, especially the tub size. You get a good amount of Pringles in that little tub, and if they're not broken, if they're in whole pieces, that's pretty good.
Definitely. I think the Pringles definitely brings a lot to the table, being what you said before about like how many, like, because you really think about it, a Pringle is so thin, and like, you gotta love Pringles. They really do load up that little can,
Yeah.
And I feel like with the Nutella and Go, it's the same thing with all like the bread being broken and stuff. Like, you'll probably have at least like 4 or 5 like breadsticks, but who says that they're not all gonna be like broken in half or something? And I just feel like Pringles definitely has the higher chance of not being all crushed, you know?
Yeah. Now, when you finished your Nutella, when you finished your breadsticks, were you one to stick your finger in there and get out the rest of the chocolate?
I mean, it's kind of a waste if you don't, you know? But,
yeah, you gotta get all your value out.
Yeah, I mean, even like, I've seen like people like take the tin and dip it in, you know, like that. Like, I think no matter what, you have to really just go for that Nutella, you know?
Yeah.
And like, it's chocolate, you know?
Yeah. I'm thinking that Nutella is gonna be pretty hard to beat. As good as Pringles are, I mean, those things are, they're amazing. So.
And when you think about it, when we were younger, you know, Nutella was really starting to come out. It was like the new kid on the block, you know?
Yeah.
It was that new item that people were craving over, you know? It wasn't just your run-of-the-mill, like, little bit of chocolate, you know? Like, it's not like it's like a Hershey Kiss or something, or it's not syrup.
Yeah.
It's its own thing, you know?
Yeah, and it's a good amount of chocolate, too.
It definitely is a good amount of chocolate. And, you know, I think the thing you get out, one of the little simple pleasures I get out of Pringles, you know, peeling back that tin, that wrapper on the top. And, you know, Nutella and Go, they have that too, you know?
Yeah,
The
that
tin on
is
the
true.
top.
I didn't think about user experience with opening the can as part of it. I didn't take that into account. I would say personally, my vote is still gonna have to go to Nutella, though.
You know, I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think you just get so much more out of the Nutella being that it's chocolate.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right, now moving on to my side of the bracket. On the top, we have Pop-Tarts versus the snack pack. I would say early on, Pop-Tarts is looking like a pretty heavy favorite in this matchup to me, as you get 2 in every Pop-Tart thing. And also, there's so many variety of flavors. Maybe even you open up the Pop-Tart, only trade one of the Pop-Tarts, keep one for yourself. Then you could split it up a little bit. But I would say I was not one of those kids who had snack packs very often when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, that's the opposite for me. Growing up, I had a lot of snack packs, especially the one we have on the screen, which is the chocolate zebra one. And, you know, Pop-Tarts, I never really had Pop-Tarts till like about middle school. But I will say they rocked my world in middle school, you know? And all like the different, like, when I found out you can put them in toasters.
Oh.
You know, that just like completely like changed it completely. I mean, I know no one's really doing that at lunch. But yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be this hard, I feel like. Snack pack is just like so close to me, close to my heart, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Pop-Tarts, like, I don't even know if it depends on the flavor. I think...
Especially if it is the cookies and cream Pop-Tarts.
That's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor?
Yeah, I'd say. What do you say your favorite is?
My favorite is definitely the s'mores one.
Oh.
That one's like always been my favorite, but like cookies and cream is one of my favorite flavors, period. So like I totally see where you're coming from with the cookies and cream.
All right. I'm thinking in this matchup, because of the variety, you get the 2 Pop-Tarts, there's a bunch of different flavors. I'm personally leaning toward Pop-Tarts.
You know, yeah, and I was talking before about the simple pleasures, you know. Just biting into a Pop-Tart, feeling your teeth sink down into all the gooey goodness. I think it's kind of hard not to pick Pop-Tarts here.
Yeah, all right, Pop-Tart moves on. Now for the middle matchup on the right side of the bracket, we have Ring Pop versus Twix. Ring Pop, obviously, the classic, also an accessory of sorts.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you can keep the ring after, walk around with it. But Twix, just an elite chocolate candy bar. And I think this is kind of, you know, the representative for the chocolate candy bar. Snickers, all of those kind of fall under Twix.
Yeah.
Are you a Twix right or a Twix left person?
Honestly, I'm a Twix left person, and I don't think anyone who says Twix right is honestly telling the truth. Because
what do you mean Twix right is so much more superior?
If you believe Twix right is better than Twix left, you either have not tried Twix left, or you're just reading the packaging wrong. Because it's obviously Twix left. And like even the words, like the red on Twix right is just not appealing to me. You know,
Okay.
just the design of the left one is infinitely better to me. But I will say, I think Twix is one of my favorite candies. And at least the chocolatey candy, you know, it's got the caramel, it's got the chocolate. What else do you need? You know, it's got the crunch. But like when I'm thinking Twix, you eat in a couple seconds, you know? Ring Pop, you're sucking on that for at least a couple minutes, you know? You get to have the ring like you were talking about before, you know? Sometimes like you don't even need to take it out of the packaging. The Twix melts, you know?
Yeah.
The Ring Pop doesn't melt, at least not for a while. So it's just more portable. It's just more value, you know?
I agree. And as a self-proclaimed fashion expert, it is fashionable. So I am going to have to stick with you on this one and go with the Ring Pop.
All right, yeah. All right, well, let's move on to the final category of the first round. We have fruit snacks and Capri Suns. And I think we were specifying before it's the Welch's fruit snacks that we have. So what's your opinion on this?
Fruit snacks are, I feel like fruit snacks might be the most commonly traded item. And always when your friend opens it up, oh, can I have a grape? Can I have whatever?
Yeah.
You know, it's very popular. Capri Sun, on the other hand, you know, you bring it out to recess, you get tired a little bit, then you sip on that Capri Sun, you're nice and refreshed. Mm-hmm. I don't know, it feels like a close one to me. They got similar vibes, I would say.
Yeah. I think fruit snacks is definitely a huge iconic staple of the lunch trading game. But when you think about Capri Sun, you're thinking, we don't have a lot of drinks up here. We have chocolate milk earlier. But how many kids really are bringing drinks other than water, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's more value because it has just like an aspect that the others don't have, you know?
Yeah.
That's refreshing. It's sweet, you know? The fruit snacks is great, but I feel like I would take a lot of stuff over fruit. Like I could take easily something with or against or over fruit snacks, you know?
Yeah.
I just think Capri Sun stands alone as one of the only drinks.
I agree. It does definitely stand out for that. And for me, I would have to agree. I'm going to go with Capri Sun on this one.
Yeah, all right. Well, that is the end of the first round, being that Capri Sun is our winner. So don't go too far. We'll be right back after this break.
I saw bread, and I want some bread.
I feel like the amount of work that we get here is very different than a community college. So at my last school, we had at least an essay a week that was due for any given class.
Yeah. Also make you really appealing because you start in the fall, where it's kind of like one. Still good sport.
If it's hockey,
It's what they score!
it's on Hockey Talk. Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests
Their behavior against easy teams. How do you lose to the Bruins twice?
as they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games, only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Come across.
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy. I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stumped still?
Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
Welcome back to the most comical and riveting show on WTOP. My name is Caden Nagel.
And my name is Rowan Astorino.
Let's hop right back into it. So we are now on the second round with our matchups being with the 1 seed on the left side, Lunchables, facing Cookies coming up next.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a hard one. You know, Lunchables being the staple of elementary and middle school lunches that it is, but Cookies being the iconic, you know, I don't want to say it, but maybe the Jordan of snacks, you know? it's almost unbeaten, you know? These
Yeah.
are two titans.
I would agree that it's kind of funny how Lunchables start to phase out after middle school, but the cookies, the crackers one in specifically, it's not the best Lunchable. It's not my favorite, but it's still good. And I would say that while it is like a 1 seed in that it's the most popular, a lot of kids have it. They're often, you know, giving it to their friends a lot. Cookies, especially if it's homemade, it's going to be really hard to beat.
Yeah, no, I agree. And when we were talking about the Lunchables, we really debated because we didn't want to make the Lunchables too overpowered, being that it had so many things in the one pack. And, you know, we almost had to, like, give it a little buff, you know,
Yeah.
with the cookies or with the crackers, you know. So I think definitely the cookies being the, you know, the great, crunchy, soft, warm, chocolatey snack it is.
Whoa.
It's just kind of hard not to choose cookies here, you know?
Yeah, I'm honestly with you. And like, you know, I feel like as a kid, if something had sugar in it, I would just eat it. Like,
Yeah.
I would choose that over anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it, but I was kind of thinking of it before, like, this might just end up being a sugary, which one's the sugariest
Which one has
you
more
know?
sugar? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think Lunchable definitely is going to have to take, Cookies is definitely going to have to overtake Lunchables.
All right.
All right, so for the next one, we have chocolate milk and the Nutella and go. What are you thinking?
Two very chocolatey things. Chocolate milk, I will say, kind of is a little bit worse to me because everyone can get it, you know? Well, not everyone, but if you would to go through the lunch line, you could get the chocolate milk. And so it's very commonly traded, whereas the Nutella and Go, a lot of kids wouldn't want to give it up, wouldn't want to trade it. So when that comes on the market, when that's available, you know, you're going to get a lot of value for that Nutella and Go.
No, yeah, I agree, and I feel like the chocolate milk, it's a staple and all, and it's amazing, and you know, it just gets kind of like, I wouldn't say that it gets old because like I could drink chocolate milk for the rest of my life, but I think if I'm gonna keep trading chocolate milk every day, customers aren't gonna want to keep coming to me, you know. Rather something like the Nutella, you know, it's 2 ingredients. People can't get enough of that Nutella, you know? And
I know.
as I was saying before, the new kid on the block, you know, everyone wants to try it out, everyone wants to taste it. And, you know, being the addictive snack that it is, it's just kind of hard not to take Nutella here, you know?
Yeah, I think Nutella's gonna make its run through and head on to the semifinals. Switching over to the other side of the bracket, the number 1 seed coming in, Pokemon card. We're saying specifically an EX Pokemon card. This is obviously one of the other non-food items, really good. I remember specifically, my brother stole my Pokemon set to use it to give to other people in order to trade for food. And I was so mad at him.
Yeah.
I can't believe he lived to see another day. But
No, yeah.
Pokemon is taking on Pop-Tart on this side.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure that feeling must have been insanely terrible. You know, I would have been very mad. But I'm sure he got a good value out of that Pokemon card, being how wanted Pokemon cards are. You know, it was our 1 seed, being that it was an EX specifically. And, you know, Pokemon, I was thinking about it earlier, it's gonna be like, it's not like how the rest of them are food. It's not like everyone is gonna want the Pokemon card. But I would say definitely a majority are definitely completely interested, and the ones that are interested will see the EX and know that is a high trading item.
Yeah.
But on the other side, you know, Pop-Tart being the iconic snack that it is, you get 2 of them. They're like honestly a whole lunchtime meal, you know?
Yeah.
It could definitely tide you over for the next couple periods, next couple classes.
Yeah. It is hard, but I would say that I'm swinging towards Pokemon. It was very popular in the early 2000s when we were in elementary school, and it's just, I mean, you can use it again and again. It's way more reusable, long-lasting. not food. My vote is with Pokemon here.
You know, I see your point, and I think I'd have to agree with you, because especially if it's an EX, you know, that's a really big trading item. And something I was thinking about earlier is, you get the Pokemon card, you could easily keep trading that, you know? It has so much value, and it's not like you eat the Pokemon card, you know? You can't get rid of it, you know? So I think I would definitely say Pokemon.
Yeah. All right, then bringing us to our second matchup on my side, Ring Pop versus Capri Sun. I'm going to be honest, I'm leaning towards Capri Sun just because it is that drink. And I think Capri Sun, unlike chocolate milk, it's like that's a pretty high tier drink that I would drink anytime. Ring Pop, yeah, it's good, but I'm more leaning towards Capri Sun.
No, I think, yeah, what I said before about it being not a lot of drinks, you know, I think Capri Sun definitely is going to have the upper hand on this one. And, you know, Ring Pop being the candy it is, it could easily break inside that wrapping too. So I think I'm going to have to agree with you and say Capri Sun.
All right, when we come back, we're going to discuss the final choices we have left to make and find the ultimate trading item for 6th grade lunch. I said 6th grade.
I'm scared of Joe with a bat.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me show you, because your team is a failure. You don't know how to score, right?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh.
Just like that.
That's actually. Let me show you the Bronx Bomber way of doing it. Ready? Ready?
I swear to God. Oh my
Everyone.
All right, put the bat down.
All right. This number's like. Sorry, Joe. You're right. Sorry.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No. Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP 10.
Welcome back to the most witty and thrilling show on WTOP. My name is Rowan Astorino.
And once again, I'm Caden Nagel.
All right, well, let's jump right into our semifinals with the first matchup being cookies versus Nutella.
Both chocolatey things. I'm leaning towards Nutella here just because you get way more chocolate than in a cookie.
Yeah, no, I would have to agree. And I think we've been specifying this whole time about the homemade cookies, but you're not always going to get the homemade cookies. Sometimes it's going to be broken up. Sometimes it's just not going to be that good,
Yeah.
So I think you just have to go with the Nutella and go here.
All right, on the other side, Pokemon card versus Capri Sun. I'm still thinking Pokemon card because of the longevity. I mean, you're going to have that Pokemon card for a long time. Capri Sun, it might last you 20 minutes. Not for me.
No.
But
yeah. No, yeah, I would have to agree. I feel like the Capri Sun, I'm finishing that in like a couple seconds. So I think so. Pokemon card.
All right, our final Nutella versus Pokemon card. I'm personally going to take the side of Nutella. I mean, it's just everybody loves it. I feel like anyone who you bring it up to they know it and they love it.
Yeah, no, I'm going to have to agree with you, honestly. I feel like, Pokemon card being the item that it is, not everyone's going to want it. But who doesn't want the Nutella and go?
Yeah, no, it's just an elite snack. And the best trading item, the holy grail of WTOP. Thank you so much for joining us. The lunch bell is about to join, so we have to go back to classes. But remember, we'll be back in 3 weeks with more This or that. Stay classy, SUNY Oswego.